Wait, 5?
Yeah.
How many teeth do they have?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like they have more teeth than people. The vet was telling me that their mouths are basically made to lose teeth as adults, and that because he is a tiny breed, he actually will lose a lot of teeth. Like tiny breeds have tooth problems, I guess.
All right.
I don't know. So they gave him like these doggy painkillers, but the doggy painkillers freak him out. He doesn't like to be stoned, which is how you know he's adopted. Yeah. And he just gets like super weird on him and starts freaking out.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
That's not fun.
Yeah. So yeah, tell me a positive story.
Well, no, there's this couple that found 10 million in old coins in mint condition in Northern California. It was buried treasure.
What? How did they find it?
They found it along a path, and apparently there'd been enough erosion. They saw this curious-looking can, opened it up, and someone, I guess because of the dates, like there wasn't printed currency in California until 1870, but these coins date. Like these are $5, $10 coins. They date earlier, so it's almost like someone had stolen them from the mint, buried them in California in the hopes that at some point they could pull them out and it would be legal tender inside of California. Maybe they died or they lost them.
They just put them in a can?
Well, I mean, I don't know. What do you think a capsule was back during the gold rush?
Wow.
Yeah.
I used to have these really elaborate fantasies when I was a kid about finding a shoebox full of money on the street. Like I would just
on the street. Somebody just left it
I would
there.
just have like in a dumpster or something. Like I would find like a shoebox of $50 bills, right? Just stacked with $50.
And what would you spend them on?
I don't know, because here's the problem with my fantasy. I started trying to justify keeping the box in my fantasy. My fantasy actually turned into a paranoid, like.
So it was like a simple plan or something like that.
Yeah, if the box is filled with 50s, like where did it come from? They're obviously, they could be stolen, right? So they're most likely stolen bills. So what would I do then? If they're stolen, like, are they marked? Like, can I spend them safely? What if they're counterfeit? And I started coming up with like, well, what would happen with this? And I actually just saw the box of $50 bills.
That
Even
sounds
in my
like
fantasy,
my level of neuroses.
Even in my fantasy, it was a burden.
I would go to Games of Berkeley and just buy a lot of stuff for role-playing games. Even though I had no one to play them with, but I would play role-playing games by myself because, yes, I was that sad.
Can't even fantasy write the
Yeah,
two
I
of
know,
us.
the two of us. You're worried about the moral implications in the fantasy, and I'm just lonely.
Just cannot even fantasy write. Oh man, you know what else can't fantasy write?
What?
Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2.
So you played more of this than I played a build of this about a year ago. Yeah, a lot of people want to know. Oh, hello, everyone.
Yeah, hi, by the way.
I'm Adam Sessler.
I'm Anthony Carboni.
So this is Castlevania. Can we call it that?
Yeah, it's Castlevania.
Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Follow-up to the rather surprisingly fun Lords of Shadow. Mm-hmm. A lot of people want to know, like, where's our review of it? We didn't review it because we received the game exceedingly late.
Yeah.
And we just did not have the bandwidth to be able to incorporate it. So we're going to play a little bit of it now. You seem to have developed an opinion.
Yeah, I mean, how did you feel about the first one, genuinely?
See, remember the first one came out at a really awkward time. It was like December of whatever year that was. So I didn't get to it till much later.
Okay.
I liked it. I think at that point, I was a little frustrated that the camera made me feel so restricted. I thought it was good. It was surprising for a Castlevania 3D game.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I don't think I finished it. So
okay.
I think that would say something.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, the Castlevania series is not something that's ever been kind of my wheelhouse. Do I have a wheelhouse? Is that part of a boat?
I don't know where a wheelhouse is.
I think it's on a boat, and I don't know why you put things in it to kind of say that this is part of your life. But anyway, we all say this word, these days. When the first Castlevania came out, I didn't get it because I didn't know it was cool. I got Ice Climber instead. This caused me what most people would term social anxiety because I was being mocked regularly.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of where my relationship to Castlevania has always started.
Or was it just telling me to come out of the shadow portal? I really loved Castlevania. I'm a big Dracula X fan. I love Symphony of the Night. I don't think there's been a great 3D Castlevania yet.
Not the one on the N64? God, that was a classic.
I understand that a lot of people really enjoyed the first Lords of Shadow, and I get that. It was a very pretty game. It was a really good action game. I thought it was a very competent God of War-esque game. All right, I'm trying to use the unguarded dark area. That's all I'm trying to do.
This seems to be almost entirely a dark area.
Yeah.
So who's the guy in the robot suit?
Oh yeah, Dracula's fighting robots now.
Okay. Is it like Jason X? Like it's like future Dracula?
I guess. Why
Actually,
am I
didn't like
not?
Roger Corman do? Was it Frankenstein or Dracula 2000? Chat, let us know about that. I can't remember.
There we go. So basically, I don't know. These are minor spoilers, I guess. Well, you've already been spoiled if you're watching. You know we're playing as Dracula. But I thought it was very the first Lords of Shadow. Oh my God! Get out of my ear, Patrick Stewart.
Is that Patrick Stewart? Or is
Yeah,
that...
it's Patrick Stewart.
Oh, okay. Star of Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's what he's most known for, I think. So, it was a reboot. It didn't really follow a lot of Castlevania rules. It was more like God of War as made by Guillermo del Toro in a lot of ways.
That's not a bad elevator
It's not a
pitch.
bad thing.
Yeah.
And I think, that's why it was so enjoyable for a lot of people. I thought as an action game it was fine. It just didn't feel very Castlevania-ish to me. And so at the end, you find out that Gabriel, I call him Gabe.
Call him Gabe?
Gabe
I didn't realize you had
Belmont,
such a
Gaby
close
baby.
relationship.
Gabe Belmont turns out to be Dracula. Okay?
Shocker.
So, you start in the beginning. You played the beginning of this game.
Yeah. Where you fight a robot.
Yeah, you fight a... close the sluice gates. Where are they at? There we go. You fight like a steamwork, like a clockwork robot and everything, because you're Dracula in your castle and you're just like,
I'm cool.
Whatevs, I'm rad, and everybody's fighting you. And what's interesting is like it ends with your defeat.
Procedure terminated.
Takes about 45 minutes. There's about 7 minutes of gameplay in it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Which drove me nuts. And then after you die, it goes, but unbeknownst to Gabriel Belmont, he had a son, Trevor. And I was all like, oh, F yeah, Trevor Belmont. I love Castlevania Bloodlines. Let's play as Trevor Belmont. No, it just had a flipbook 20-minute story of Trevor Belmont.
It sounds like fun. That's very next gen.
It was awful. And then Trevor Belmont becomes Alucard.
Right.
And then it's like, but there was still another who could defeat them.
Who could it be?
Simon Belmont. I was
Simon
like, yeah,
Belmont!
Simon Belmont. No, it just tells the story of Simon Belmont in a flip book. And then it starts you, after the entire Castlevania series is over, with you in the future, in present day, as Dracula in a Metal Gear game, is what I'm getting.
Okay, yeah, so this is stealth.
Well, kinda.
Well, let's see if we can pull that off again.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to throw your bat swarm at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a bat swarm.
Uh-huh.
I'm a stealth drac him.
Investigate Biochemic Corporation.
Why? Why must you, as Dracula, investigate this corporation? Why is that even on Dracula's agenda right now?
Well, maybe it's Dracula PI. You know?
Which normally...
Which is unfortunate that he's not in Hawaii hanging out with his black friend, but...
I was going to say normally if you become a PI, they just add Knights to the title of whatever you are. But calling it Dracula Knights is essentially the same as being Dracula.
Yeah.
He would be a Dracula at night and then a private investigator during the day. It would be Dracula Days.
Yeah, Dracula Days.
Dracula Days is also the coming-of-age movie about Dracula going to spring break and losing his
I
virginity.
think so, yeah. Or there's also American Dracula. Yeah, that's the one where, I'm not going to go into it. Okay, so throw a bat swarm at the robot.
I swarmed him. Take that,
he's very
robot.
frustrated.
That other robot's going to scratch his back. They're just bats. It's totally fine that they're in here. If you distract the other guard.
Can we go back? Why are there robots?
Oh, because future?
Oh, the future.
Or present day, but evil corporation
So the evil corporation has the
has a thing.
robots.
They also have a thing that Patrick Stewart wants you to get.
Star Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Okay.
and now you're all caught up.
Okay. I think I get it.
Sure, it makes
So
total
now
sense.
they're fighting the bats and you're going for the ladder.
Yep, just Draculaing around. Dracula up to this ladder. Dracula over here.
Oh no. Bane has found you.
He's used his cutscene vision. This game has so many cutscenes.
I'm actually, okay, I'm going back. Okay, you have that much armor on? Bats? I mean, lions wouldn't really worry me.
I feel like bats to a robot that size is like a fly around your
Or
ear,
gnat.
right? Yeah, like a gnat. I would not be so worried if I was these guys. And this TV is really dark. Can I change the gamma?
I was about
I
to
can't-
say, it's like
'cause I
clearly there was a
can't
sale
see
going on at Benjamin Moore of like,
anything.
you know, black dark.
Oh yeah. We need the TV remote. This is too dark. That's why we're not able to see or do anything.
Yeah, this used to happen to me all the time at Tech TV, where they had to actually darken the
Yeah.
television in order to, so when the camera was shooting me playing on it.
Right.
And as a result, I got to demo, like, I think it was that first level of Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see anything. That's where the first round of rumors that Adam didn't know how to play games started from.
That's not a rumor, Adam.
Oh, that's right. I don't know how
Slide
to play
it to
games.
me. Throw me the idol. I'll
Ooh,
throw
look
you
at
the
that.
whip. I'm trying to like.
All right,
not
so we're going to
drop
play with the
one.
magic. So, you know, during this time while you play with the gamma,
Yeah.
we got a couple of questions. Let's
Okay.
see. Oh, yeah, that's right. Scott Bromley's Internet Rabbit Hole went up today, where he's
Sure.
talking about many things, including Nickelodeon. And apparently, everyone but me was on a game show here. You were on Legends of the Hidden Temple,
I was.
which doesn't sound like a game show, if you don't mind my saying. It sounds more like, well, a really bad Richard Chamberlain movie.
Well, you know, it was kind of based on that. It had a very like King Solomon's Mines sort of vibe to it. Where you're kids and you're told by an Olmec to run through a temple, and there are a lot of physical challenges, and it was very Nickelodeon. It was very
it
cool.
dangerous?
Probably.
And how old were you?
I was 11, I think, at the time.
Wow.
Oh yeah, this brightness was turned all
So yeah,
the
if
way
you guys
down.
haven't
this
seen it,
TV.
you're going to see some footage of Anthony and of Scott Bromley on various game shows. Everyone wants to know if I was on the game show. No, I hosted a show about games for a while.
I think you get in on a technicality on
Do
that
I
one.
on that
sure.
one?
Sure. Oh yeah, now we have some gamma. We've got a TV screen.
All right, let's see.
My stars.
This is a good one. I haven't been here in a while. Who won Outlast? Outlast won.
Yeah.
Outlast was the winner.
I think we all.
Oh, look at
yeah.
Oh my God!
What are we, in a video game world?
It just came alive. What's that?
Oh, that's a thing from Event Horizon. I should get it. Or I should not get it, because if you've seen Event Horizon,
You shouldn't do anything.
yeah, don't touch anything on that
Event
shit.
Horizon has one real simple lesson: don't go into space.
Don't go into space, and if you're gonna go into space, don't touch anything. Let everything do what it's supposed to be doing.
You're having a lot of fun there. You want to jump on the ladder?
Maybe. It depends on whether Dracula wants to jump on the ladder.
Yeah, I guess really he's just such a willful man.
Good old Drax Belmont. Can I get on this?
You get on the thing?
Can I get on a... No, how do I get up there? Oh, it's probably farther along. Okay. Cool. Oh.
Oh, you can do one of them's.
Yeah.
What are those?
It's monkey
What do the kids
bars?
call 'em?
The monkey bars?
Monkey bars?
I'll go up this way. That'll get me to the Event Horizon cube.
There you go.
Dracula.
Really?
What's your
I
favorite,
don't know if that's gonna get you to the Event Horizon.
What's your favorite Dracula movie?
My favorite Dracula movie?
Yeah.
Well, here's a fun story.
That's the worst. That's the worst Castlevania, Metroidvania thing I've ever seen in my life. Is a prompt literally telling you you can't go there right now. Get a power and come back later. That's awful. Come
you
on.
can't have this type of fun.
Oh no, you gotta go there, but it's backtracking. And when we point it out, it makes it more fun.
So, yeah.
That's the ghost of Michael Cera.
Follow me if you
So,
wish to recover your sword.
my grandmother and grandfather had a family friend, and it was Bela Lugosi.
No way.
Yeah, he would come over to my grandmother's
Let me
house
see if I
and
can
have
get
chicken
subtitles on here too.
soup. They knew him both when they lived in Chicago. because my grandfather's family was good about, they kind of made their way through the Depression as furriers.
Huh.
Let's just say they weren't using the nice animals.
Right.
And
This is all brown rat. All of it. Not a single gray rat in the whole thing.
Probably closer to the truth than I want to know.
These are all, they're clean. They're house rats.
But yeah, Bela Lugosi would come and hang out, and they knew him in L.A. during his, the years when he had some personal issues. If you've seen Ed Wood, that is quite accurate. But as a result, I have quite a bit of fondness for the original Dracula movie.
Huh.
So, who doesn't like Nosferatu?
Yeah, that's a great movie. I was really into.
What kind of miracle?
I was really into like the glut of bad '70s Dracula movies.
Of which there were many.
So many. One of my favorite ones was Dracula AD 1976.
Yeah.
Where Dracula goes on the disco scene. There was also a great one called Dracula's Son, where his son doesn't want to be a vampire. He wants to go to Hollywood and become an actor, but he gets typecast as a vampire.
Yep.
That was a good one.
I have to be honest, Blackula is a much better movie than many of the other blaxploitation films of its ilk.
Blackula is
It actually
really good.
really holds up. And
I was also a really big fan of
did
the
that
Gary
actually
Oldman
press
one.
circle to dishearten this statue?
Yeah. It's just statue, you're never gonna make it.
So, okay, I think it's worth pointing out that
Statue, all your dreams are lame.
This was not made in Japan. This is, I believe, a UK developer.
What up? Use a pain box. Pinhead's gonna come right out of it. So the first game, what I find is interesting, we really have saved you guys a lot of cutscene related heartache. I cannot impart upon you how many cutscenes there were in the first hour of this game, but the first game, Kojima did a lot of consulting on.
That's right, I forgot about that.
The first game was very cutscene heavy as well, but this game he was not involved, but they kind of tried to take everything they learned, I guess, and what they learned from him was cutscenes. It was really unbearable, guys. It was really unbearable.
But that flip book, I mean, that sounds great.
It was, oh God. Why even tell me the story? Why even tell me the story of, you're telling me the story so people like me, who played a lot of Castlevania growing up, will be happy with you. But you're not really making us happy with you because what we want is we want to play that story.
Hey, question, I just noticed something.
Yeah.
We're in a castle.
Yes.
Yes, we were just with robots, and I'm confused.
Oh, we went through a door.
Oh, the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
door.
Okay, I get it now.
And now we're in the castle part of the evil corporation.
Okay.
Because,
Well, I mean,
magic.
duh. I mean, how evil can you be without a castle? Well, a run-down castle at that.
Do you think like at the center of like Dow Chemical or like BP Oil, there's just an evil fortress?
I don't see why not.
Like just a dilapidated fortress of black
I think
magic.
under the earth, like Exxon, Dutch Shell, they all kind of like, they all have like kind of passageways and sideways moving elevators that put them into the heart of all evil.
I think what happened is we followed the ghost of either Trevor or Simon.
You know what? Someone pointed out Mercury Stream is the developer, and they are based in Spain. You're absolutely right. Forgive me. The gentleman who I saw presenting the game last time I saw it presented had an English accent, and I made a very poor judgment there. Correct. It is made in Spain. We need more Spanish developers because we need more reasons to go to Spain.
Yeah.
Ham. Well, not for you.
Not for me. It's, they got a lot of good Spanish wines.
Blood is clogging.
The blood is clogging the mechanism. The blood is. The mechanism is clogged.
I plan in 10 years to
With
have
blood.
that problem.
This is your.
This is foretelling probably my future.
Oh, what's the matter with that mechanism? Oh, it's clogged with blood. Oh, all right. Okay, then.
So someone's asking some questions that dip into things unrelated to Castlevania. Adam, I saw your thoughts on Wolfenstein. I was wondering what your feelings were on Inglourious Bastards. I think I attempted to, for those of you that didn't see my piece on Wolfenstein, a game that looks like it might be a fine shooter, but I felt it appealed to some of the more lurid aspects that have been a little bit convoluted in popular memory. of sort of what the Nazis did, especially kind of the weird archetype of the Nazi doctor that we've all created. That I have certain family that didn't really sort of survive that time period, and it kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. This person wants to know what I thought of Inglourious Bastards. Inglourious Bastards, as its cartoon self, doesn't play on.
No? Okay.
It doesn't play on it in the exact same way. I'm not going to take all the time to go through those nuances, but yeah, I tried to say probably more than time allotted in that impressions piece I did.
I mean, I don't want to get too deep into it either, but you know, my family come from a family of survivors as well. I've never really had that level of unease with it. I understand it, but even the original Wolfenstein was just like Hitler's head in a jar, like robots.
And that I'm actually fine with.
Yeah.
It's something about the doctors, the most unseemly aspect of what happened.
Yeah,
with
the doctor.
Holocaust,
Okay, yeah, like the
that,
Mengele type
we've
kind of
created
like
such a gulf between remembering the actual atrocities that we've turned them into almost this lurid spectacle that defangs them of all kind of the.
You're worried that we're making the real thing too cartoony.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that stuff that happened in Glorious Bastards, we're actually well connected to it, a whole other aspects of World War II. So anyway, I might be a complete hypocrite. I don't know, but it made me uncomfortable. All right. Try to open the door, but there's too much blood on the knob.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm the worst.
Well, this is kind of a very classic game design from a generation or two ago. Where this is what you spent a lot of time doing.
I mean, that's the thing is I kind of look at this, and there was the thing where we were fighting the Clockwork boss, right? Mm-hmm. And as you and I were fighting the Clockwork boss, you had to just get an angel. That's what was messing me up, is you can't jump from thing to thing, chandelier to chandelier. You have to just kind of swing and semi-jump a little bit. Yeah, so it was kind of throwing me off because I wasn't doing a full controlled jump. Anyway, we were fighting this giant clockwork knight, and the deal was there was an angel that had to fire arrows at you, and the thing would just point at different points on the knight, and you would have to just get it to shoot at you while you were over these points.
So that you would unlock things, and then you move on to another series of that event.
Over.
I mean, it is kind of, everyone kind of wants to know about boss battles, and what you just described is a very typical type of boss battle. Do the same thing, incrementally harder 3 times in a row. That's what we get as boss battles, but, there are very few exceptions to that rule that work.
I'm trying to think of what the last game was where I felt there were really satisfying boss battles, because I know there was a recent example, or at least recent for me, but it's hard to do that. It's hard to do the pattern recognition thing at this point.
Okay, also, Joshua McCullough, referring to something we were just talking about. Wheelhouse is on a boat, location of the ship's wheel, which completely makes sense. But why does something that I'm interested in or I'm comfortable with have to do with where my wheel is? Oh, I guess that's because I'm the captain?
I guess.
Of the ship? But the captain's not comfortable in the kitchen?
What if your wheel mechanism is just covered in blood?
That's a cool ship.
That's like the steampunk version of Event Horizon.
Exactly. I think it's called Ghost Ship.
Wrong way. All right.
Please stay with us.
You better keep jumping. Jump, Dracula, jump.
That was a good one, too.
You ever see that? Yeah.
Jump, Dracula, Jump?
Yeah.
That was a 70s movie where Dracula joined the American Basketball Association.
Well, no, he was with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh. Of course, cutscening. Why show me Dracula punching through blood? Why not let me punch through blood?
Well, now we're in the ice section. So we are still
the frozen food section of Dracula's castle,
which is inside the evil corporation.
There was a portal that the ghost of one of our it's convoluted. But just to recap in what single sentence what's going on, we woke up in the future, and Patrick Stewart, the star of Jeffrey,
Yeah.
told us to invade an evil corporation to get a MacGuffin. At the center of the evil corporation was the ghost of our son, who told us to go back to our castle through a portal so we could get our sword that the castle is trying to keep us from getting. It's that easy.
Oh, it's all about the sword. Is this the sword that you have at the beginning of the game?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so I had something, I no longer have it. Can I get it back?
You ran out of magic, dummy. Because that's what
You better get
Dracula
focused
does.
in combat.
Getting hits breaks your focus. All
As
right.
someone who does boxing, that's very true.
Nothing breaks your focus more than getting hit in the face.
Remember that time you were working really hard on something and I hit you?
Yeah.
And you couldn't work on it as well afterwards. Yeah, that's a fact.
Absorb the blood orbs. All right. Into it.
So there's one gentleman asking if we are interested in the Oscars and what we think is the best movie. I'm actually not very interested in the Oscars. As someone who had to work with everyone at E, you get a really clear sense that the entire sense of value of the Oscars has nothing to do with the artistry of making a movie. But of the ones that were nominated, I really, really liked, well, it's hard to say light, but 12 Years a Slave is the movie that just stuck with me. Okay, activating magic interrupts your focus.
Interrupts your focus.
And your focus is like
Dracula's
tenuous.
got some serious ADD. Oh, press O to stab this enemy's heart. Okay.
So, looks like they're borrowing a little bit from our friends over at Platinum.
There's a little quick time with the matching of the rings. Why is this? Why is this a thing?
Well, because it's there. It's there. This whole game reminds me of the last, what felt
Blood
like 6
is
hours of
vulnerable.
Metal Gear Solid 2. Blood
Blood
is
is vulnerable, but stones are not. Got it.
Attack the blood. Are we a virus?
Yeah. Dodge in the air to avoid air things. I find that this is exactly the sort of game where it's like, I just wind up not paying much attention and just slamming on buttons because
It's kind of perfect for live streaming.
Yeah, it's just so kind of boring to me.
So, do you guys think a Thief game would work if it was set in modern time, or would it be too close to be too Dishonored? Thief, my review went up yesterday. If you haven't seen it, check it out. No, Thief has to kind of be in that world, or else it would just be called Burglar.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I was excited for the eventual modern day Assassin's Creed that I thought they were going to give us.
I mean, Assassin's Creed 3?
Yeah.
What we all thought it was going to be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is now Watch Dogs. But there are very few things. I certainly don't want to see Dracula in the modern times. I'm glad we're in our ghost castle now, because this feels a little better to me.
You're frozen.
It's cool. Dracula just got cold. Dracula's back.
Yeah. Here's the other thing is that you're going to die. But it's not you're going to die with something through your heart. So, I mean,
I don't know.
I almost wish you died so I could find out what.
There are a whole lot of
Oh, you died.
Did I? Really?
Yeah.
As I was stabbing him in the heart and it was telling me to pound the... I died?
Hey, it's a challenging game.
Is it?
I don't know.
Finally, the Void Sword is once again mine.
Who cares?
Anthony, what are some of your favorite landscapes to draw?
I actually tweeted one of my landscape drawings out. Mm-hmm. It was not mine.
You know, there's a Georgia O'Keeffe show in the city. Maybe you should like kind of tape yours up next to hers at the exhibit.
Currently, my favorite landscape is the landscape of the human heart.
That's
Think about
amazing.
that.
Yeah. Mine
No,
is-
you want to know what you know what's funny about that moment is they do this like pre-off-camera interview with all the kids that are on the game show. And they give you example questions, like things that they're going to ask you. And he asked me a different set of questions off camera, and then when he asked me the questions on camera that weren't the ones that I expected, I froze. because I was a 12-year-old kid, and I freaked out.
You weren't fast on your feet. I see
No,
that. Look
that
at,
was
look.
pre-
And
that
look
was
how far you've
pre-improv
come,
training.
Anthony, come on. Look at that.
And I panicked, and what was so funny is like, I don't think I had ever drawn a landscape in my life at that point. I mostly just drew comic books. I drew a lot of superheroes and stuff. And it was really funny that I said that, and I was always afterward like, why did I say that? What put that in my head?
Yeah, kids can do that in interviews.
It's weird to talk when there's
Actually,
a camera.
adults can do that in interviews too. Tap triangle to win video games. Yep, baby,
boy.
Sully, you're right. So, do we consider this a robot? Is this a robot?
No, this is not a robot. It's this is like the spirit of Dracula's castle in statue form, and it's mad.
Is it a golem?
Yeah, it's kind of a golem. It's like a blood golem.
You can't destroy.
Okay.
Okay, that's where you died last time. We didn't understand why.
All right. I tapped
His
X.
blood's coming back.
Yeah, gotta hit the blood. Don't hit stone. Stop screaming. Whiners.
So when they talk like this, do you think they, like, at other times, do they have more like, I would like some coffee.
You must bring the laundry to the laundromat.
I'm insecure. I mean, do you think, or is it, they don't even talk until someone's around that they can threaten?
There was this guy on the bus, and I swear he was staring at me. What was his deal?
Why does it smell like herring? So maybe it's a Scandinavian
Maybe it's a Scandinavian. I don't know.
castle. It's quite possible. How is the frame rate? Well, you're watching it with us.
It's not great. It's not like this is a really. We're playing it on the PS3. Good-looking PS3 game. I am finding it a little hard to go back. Is that
Yeah.
weird?
No. I mean, controllers are my main reason. That like
Yeah.
my hands have come to love the PS4 controller so much that like definitely holding a PS3 controller, it's like, whoa, hey, where's your weight and stuff? Well, that was a magical sequence of
Yeah.
Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2.
That was fun.
Like I said, we're
In
not
a way.
reviewing it. We got the game very, very late. Other people have, so go read theirs.
I don't think you're going to be surprised by what anybody says. I don't think any of these reviews are going to shock you.
Yeah.
You are pretty much seeing what it's like.
All right, but now it's time for something that will shock us for all eternity. It really is kind of like
The emotional depth of Alan Wake?
Yeah, my gosh, yeah. I mean, Alan Wake is the emotional depth of games.
Oh man, Fruzunga put in something that's really hilarious. So the whole deal, the whole thing that Patrick Stewart, star of Jeffrey, is holding over you as Dracula is he has the item that will cure you of your immortality, and you can finally rest. So Fruzunga says, I must cure my immortality by sneaking around because I can't get hurt or die.
Yeah.
On the way to curing my immortality.
Now,
Don't
that
die.
is an existential conundrum. Woof. The other thing is that this isn't unique to this Castlevania game. I am so tired of vampire nonsense where all they want to not be is a vampire.
Yeah.
You're a vampire. Embrace it. You know
That's the thing.
What are you teaching the kids? Don't be who you are?
Vampires are portrayed as both tortured because they don't want to be vampires anymore because it makes them sad.
Right.
But also heartless and taking glee in the manipulation of living things and taking glee in their own power. Those are two things that I feel like don't coexist
No. It's
in a living thing or an
and it's
undead
like,
thing.
You know, other people, even if they're the bad guy, we can kind of get off on like the power fantasy. All right, so now we're back in the Alan Wake, because everyone knows that watched our rather appalling
God.
live stream from last week.
We did horribly.
There was a real tough sequence that really demonstrated that some aspects of games are not good to talk while playing. So we quietly, or Anthony quietly, got past that sequence when the cameras were off and when there was no chit-chat. So we are now past that checkpoint. I still think that's actually one of the hardest parts of the entire game. will probably be eating our words.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're saying that just to make me feel better, don't, because I'm sure there are harder things coming. Sup? Hey.
How we doing on ammo now?
You've got 12 bullet ammos.
Well,
Just run.
you think I should run?
Maybe just run a little bit. You can take out the smaller guys. Those bigger guys are gonna be a problem.
Oh boy. We're gonna do some running.
Remember, don't tap to run, hold to run.
Oh, you hold it to run.
Yeah,
I always-
hold left button, because he'll be like this at
Yeah.
first, and then he'll start running. Yeah, a lot of people were saying a lot of things about that Castlevania, and I think they kind of feel that. Somebody was saying that even though they had never played Castlevania, something about a vampire fighting a Doom soldier just didn't come off as Castlevania to them.
Really? That's weird.
Like, I'm way into the idea of vampires fighting robots. I think that's cool. I'm into it. There's just something about Castlevania being about a vampire fighting a robot. Get away from the
come
big
on.
guys.
The park bench is not what to climb on. Yeah, kids, don't climb on park benches when escaping the bad people. All right, Alan. Let's see if we can whittle down some of these guys.
Polludicord says, how long have they been playing Alan Wake? How are they not done yet? Well, we're playing it 30 minutes at a time.
Once a week?
Once a
Oh,
week.
gosh, this is not...
And we've been doing it for 7 weeks,
Yeah.
6 weeks. So we're about 4 hours into the game.
You have a little bit more skill from that. Guys, just so you know, it's not that Anthony and I are going like, oh my God, we have to keep on playing Alan Wake. We'll let them check in half an hour, a week. We're doing it for your amusement.
I'm doing it because Alan Wake is the greatest.
Well, and it's the greatest game ever.
If you don't like it, why don't you get out of America where Alan Wake is set?
See, it's the whole coming up from behind you with an axe thing.
Yeah, I've never liked that in my life. What's up? Through tree. Sounds
That's
good.
where I wanted. Okay.
Sounds good. I'll go through the tree. No. I gotta keep ducking.
I'm finding out about many Dracula offshoot movies from watching this. Blackula and Dracula 2000 were the only ones I really knew of before this. Vampire the Masquerade Redemption is where it's at for vampire games. That game could have been so good.
I could never get into that as a video game because I just remember all like
The LARPing?
all the goth teens LARPing in Orlando, Florida, where I
Oh, they
grew
were
up.
LARPing here too.
Yeah,
The
but there's
Palace of
something,
Fine Arts.
there's something sad about Orlando goth kids, though.
Orlando is just kind of a LARP in and of itself. That to LARP in a LARP is...
Whoa, whoa, guys, whoa.
I think you need to get to the lights. No, get to the light!
Wow.
All right, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is called Adam and Anthony Realize They're Aging.
All right, I'm gonna pick one or two of these guys off before
All
I
right,
go
you
to the
just kind of
tree.
focus on that, and I'm just going to start a monologue.
Okay.
Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. I actually saw that game initially as having some really, potentially some really good Deus Ex qualities. Just, I think right game, wrong time, is where I would put it.
Whoa, whoa, everybody. Let's just talk this out. Nope. Jeez.
This game is far more challenging than I remember. I remember kind of pulling through it pretty fast. Do you think it's harder on
Right.
PC,
I don't know.
even though we're using a controller? That's it.
That
That's
makes
exactly
no,
what it is.
That's probably what it is.
Remember when you were young and you just said the game cheated?
I still say the game cheated.
Oh, you did? Can I do that?
Sure. You can always say the game cheated.
Game cheated.
The game cheated is 100%.
The
You know
great-
what's funny about saying the game cheated back in the days of like 8 and 16-bit games? is it was legitimate.
Yeah, they cheated.
It was seen as complaining, but it was pretty legitimate in a lot of cases.
Well, at the very least, you know, it's just trying to get your
What?
quarters. I think the Grayson is saying, I think people need to be more open-minded about Castlevania. I understand you need to keep the atmosphere, but come on. Gabriel plays a great Dracula.
Dude, I don't mind Gabriel as Dracula. I thought that was
like
a
the idea
great
that
setup.
Gabriel plays a great Dracula. Gabriel is obviously a fictional character in the universe playing a fictional character.
The actor Gabriel Belmont as Dracula.
Yeah.
I love the idea of the first Belmont being Dracula. I think that's great. I think that was such a cool direction to take it in that would have let you bridge the series between new fans and old fans.
Uh-huh.
But the way to do that is not putting Gabriel as Dracula as like a powerless Dracula fighting a robot in a factory. That's not what you do. You, now that everybody's into whatever the fiction is, now that they understand it, you give the new players Simon Belmont, Trevor Belmont, Richter Belmont, and you keep it in the Castlevania universe.
I think we need.
Why robots?
We need a moratorium on factories.
Factory levels?
Factory levels. We just need to stop. You know what? Obviously, it's simple geometry. You can traverse it, but it's not even just a crutch. It's I don't know.
Nice shooting, Tex. What the? Unbelievable.
Yikes.
Unbelievable.
Yikes. Do you want me to give it another shot?
No.
Outlast DLC was announced today.
Really?
Yeah. It's not over.
It's never over.
It's coming out in April, and it's never over. Oh, hey, Brittany Fox wants to point out, and I've seen this show. There's a French miniseries that you can pick up on Netflix now. It's called The Returned, and it's really creepy. I agree 100%. I watched that so avidly, incredibly creepy. Small French town. All of a sudden, all these missing kids start coming back.
Whoa! Come on! Let me see if we have another weapon.
Blood Rain's gore mechanics made it fun at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
That, you're right.
Dude, I like that 2D Blood Rain that WayForward did.
I didn't know there was one.
Gosh, what was Betrayal? What was that Blood Rain game? The 2D animated Blood Rain game. That was a Castlevania game. That was Castlevania as heck. Betrayal, that's what it was.
Oh, they just used one word?
No, it was Blood Rain Betrayal.
Oh, but it wasn't like, you know, Blood Rain, but
Mask of the Betrayed or something?
Betrayal of Insouciance or something like that.
No. Ugh.
Oh!
No. Oh, come on.
I mean, are you sure you shouldn't just go for the through tree?
I'm going to go through the through tree.
I think the through tree.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just say that in my ear, Zach Miner.
Adam's favorite werewolf movie.
American Werewolf in London.
Look, I
American Werewolf in London.
love American Werewolf in London.
American Werewolf in London.
It's not scary at all.
Dude, there are some scary moments in American Werewolf in London.
No, they're not.
Yes, there are. The friend's initial death. Ah. Dude. Nope.
Factories are kind of like zombies. Factories are the zombies of places. And that came from the Grey Sun. Between factories and underwater levels, I'll take factories. It's the big guy.
It's all the guys.
Okay, we're gonna make just
Shoot.
ah!
Go!
Alan Wake would make a good anime,
right,
would
all
it?
right.
Would it? All right. Let's see here. Would Alan Wake make a good anime? You kind of care about the anime, don't you?
I'd rather see it as a movie or a live-action show. I guess you could make it as an animated series. I don't know. I think the nice thing about the bad guys looking like, you know, real people or being real people. Yeah, be careful.
God! I'm going back this way.
Why? Oh, high ground.
Ah!
That guy, you can't get that guy.
Oh, he's just not gettable?
You cannot get that
You
guy.
can't get him? Okay.
We would have to have the shotgun.
What happened to our shotgun? What happened to our shotgun?
We ran out of ammo.
Okay, so that's our problem child.
Mm-hmm. So there are those two guys, but then there are two that are coming around from the left right now. There you go, there you go.
Ah!
Keep running.
You're gonna go, get to the...
Oh, he's winded. He's winded.
You are not winded, Alan. You are not winded. Hoo-yah! All right. Let's gather ourselves and pick them off one by one.
I think they disappear, right?
I think they did.
Yeah.
All right.
Man.
Yeah. Who doesn't play games now? Huh? I showed this game.
Man. I've got to get back into the rhythm of how much this game wants you to, like... Run. Just beat them back and run without actually destroying them.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that was a real tough concept. I'm such a, I need to clear my level,
Yeah.
way of thinking.
Well, it's somewhere in between action and survival horror in the way it wants you to deal with things. Mm-hmm. And it's like a place you've got to get back into in your head. Sergio Torres says, I tried to run, but the thermoses were weighing me down. Alan Wake needs an automatic shotgun with a flashlight attached at the end. You remember that Doom 3 mod where you can tape the flashlight to the gun?
I like to call that Doom 3.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one of the more strained pieces of logic in recent video game history. Oh boy, Alan's having trouble.
Man, between this and Lords of Shadow, everything wants to be dark and screechy today.
Yeah, but this is the original Dark and Screechy.
Yeah. Lords of Shadow's dark and screechy is kind of the Alan Wake.
I mean,
dark
are
and
there
screechy.
flashlights in Castlevania?
Probably. You got to get Dracula flashlights. Oh, dude, you need that.
Really? Oh yeah, it's Alan Wake. Oh yeah, excitement time.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
See, I remember this part really tripping me out the first time.
That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
See, that's it, because you actually, it becomes more of a combat game as it goes on.
Yeah.
Because you're so woefully underpowered and
You can
confused.
see them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Go to that ammo thing first.
Oh yeah.
That's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but
Let's move.
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up.
Dino360 says, Anthony, you can't get through these woods with only half a pendant. It's true, the Temple Guard will pick you right
Where's the
off.
other one? It was behind me. That's right, flare. That's like the whole thing that we were teaching ourselves about. Is flares. So here's the interesting thing. Follow the kidnapper.
Watch out. There you go.
Is that the game is acknowledging him as the kidnapper. Whoa!
Whoa.
I need to stop philosophizing.
Yeah.
Come on. Oops. There we go.
Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Okay.
But I was using them already. I didn't know I was supposed to. Oh, there we go.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun.
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it.
None of that lip from you, Wake.
Ninja McWiz says, it disheartens me that when I type Infamous in YouTube, the game comes up instead of the Mobb Deep album. That's fair.
Longer. Scare 'em off.
I feel like that's fair. Hold back the Taken.
Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
Yeah.
That was a Journey album, wasn't it?
Which one?
Hold back the Taken.
Probably.
Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Wait. Move it or lose it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
See, I like his confidence.
The kidnapper's confidence?
Yeah.
Well, that's why he's the #1 kidnapper.
Well, that's probably, yeah. I mean, if you're going to kidnap, you should believe in yourself. That's why Anthony and I don't kidnap.
But if we could give any would-be kidnappers out there advice,
Yeah.
which we would love to
They'll be
do,
honest soon.
it'd be believe in yourself,
Yeah.
have confidence,
You can do it.
and also watch your Mark's daily routine.
Yeah. You know, back when I was at G4, they gave us
This is
tips.
it, Wake.
The head of security from Comcast gave us
More
tips.
players here.
Yeah?
Get
Right,
ready.
it teaches like driving
Right,
skills.
damn it. As long as they
Oh.
So people, you know, who are following us, and I'm like, no one.
Gun. They're coming.
I could use a friend. That's not what I was thinking.
Driving skills?
Yes, like to take alternate routes home.
already die.
You can hold the flares by holding down the flare button.
Oh, and keep the flare with you?
Yeah.
It's like my own personal flare?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a shot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you think now?
And it looks
Scary?
cool. It's probably exactly how it looked on the Xbox.
And when you hold a flare.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. There's a thermos over there.
Get the thermos! Drop everything! There's a thermos back there!
I'm trying to.
You can do it.
Where's the evil?
It's okay, there's the evil.
Ah!
Get the thermos. All that matters now is the thermos.
Priorities.
We did it. We thermosed.
Can't get over there.
Nope. That's not a real gap, that's just a visual gap.
Whoa! I should probably move over here. Oh, yeah. You were ready for that. Taken. Who would think that the bad guys in Alan Wake were named after an awesome Liam Neeson movie?
They're each a Liam Neeson. Alan Wake is the toughest assassin ever. Every single one of them, a Liam Neeson. How Alan Wakey do you think Quantum Break will be? Says
Oh, boy.
Spectron929.
Okay, I'm out of
Patron.
flares. This is not a good situation.
Nope. But you looked cool while you were holding them. Remember, all you got to do is keep them lit up, and the other guy will shoot
yeah,
'em.
I'm not doing too hot on the battery part either.
That's okay. You got 8 batteries left.
I do? Oh, I thought I had 0. That's
No.
at 8.
Where's Dude? There he is. How Alan Wakey do I think it'll be? I hope it'll be crazy Alan Wakey. I hope they're making a game that looks very much like a serious sci-fi thriller to get everybody in there.
Ah!
And
come
then-
on! Oh boy!
And
oh,
then
boy.
they
This
just
is-
get Remedy as heck with it.
I'm hoping.
I hope they just get weird. Dude's just like standing still.
I could use some AI problems right now.
There you go. Ooh, nice. There, that'll get him.
Yeah, you weren't ready for that. Evil, bigger person.
Geek Furious says if flares burned out that quickly in real life, they'd literally serve no purpose. Well, remember how long?
That's a really good point.
Remember how long flashlights last in this universe? T Flood says Alan Wake is the modern-day Assassin's Creed we all asked for. I like looking at it that way.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
All before.
Alan Wake, not as good,
It's-
not as good at traversing his
the
environment.
It's the modern day Mass Effect we were asking for too.
Yeah.
We get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her up.
Did you kidnap someone from a manuscript?
If it was a magical
I mean, a
manuscript,
contemporary manuscript? Not like, hey, get me a Gutenberg Bible or she's gone. I mean, that I get.
well, he clearly knows that it's magic, some kind of magic.
Do you think so?
Sure,
Think he knows his magic?
I think he knows. I think he feels the magic
revolver
inside his
ammo.
heart.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
Well, here's a manuscript page.
Wah!
Had Alice.
Give me my
And
wife.
wanted the
Wah!
manuscript because
What a
I thought
baby.
it held some magical power.
Dumb baby.
But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to
Get another wife,
Do you
baby.
think that
Someone took yours, baby.
you know all the references to Alice? I keep on having that Jefferson Airplane song stuck in my head. You know?
Yeah. You know what's funny is I can't really think about that song without thinking about Jim Carrey singing in The Cable Guy.
That's like he died. Oh no!
Oh, what's up now?
Rusty warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
But I could walk fine.
Yeah, everything's cool now. You're out of the trap. Your leg's fine once you get out of the trap, Adam.
Yeah. I guess
Why
you're
wouldn't
right.
it be?
Kids, that's that's why all of us can actually play with traps.
That's how bear traps work.
Yep. The bear's fine afterwards. It's just kind of like a goof. It's like, ha, silly bear.
Sam Lewis 777 says they need to make another good Silent Hill game. I can get behind that. I can get way behind that.
Yeah, I guess my hope for it is I'm not like Captain Hope, let's just say that.
Sure.
Okay, I'm starting to have flashbacks to this
Based on the
sequence as well.
Castlevania we just played.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah.
Based on the Castlevania we just played, we know
Hold
that, you know, Konami's got some IP.
Yeah.
What do they do with it? What do you do with it?
I kind of like to see a Frogger RPG.
Like a real in-depth Frogger RPG.
Yeah. Wouldn't you? Just kind of get into the mind of the frog. You know? Whoa! Hey! What's with all the hiding?
Get him in the traps.
Ah! Yeah, there you are, stupid face.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna call you. We're gonna call you stupid face.
Yeah,
How's that feel?
stupid shadow face.
You just got burned.
We're gonna make it through the woods. I am gonna make it through the woods, Anthony. Whoa!
Nice.
I think I might just kind of run for a bit.
Yep. Watch out for traps. Nice dodge. He's winded. Turn around. He's
Oh
winded.
boy. Okay. Let's just.
There we go. Now you can run.
Yeah, I think another interesting part of this game is you're also trying to sort of second guess what they want you to do.
Yeah.
And usually that's a bad thing, but because it's Alan Wake,
Right.
it's somehow like a really curious design.
Get that
It's like,
generator.
is this? Whoa!
Oh yeah. Problems.
This is not going to work out well for me or
Yeah.
for a lot of people.
You're running low on batteries.
Really? You think I didn't notice?
You gotta stick and move, my friend.
Oh, come on!
No, you got him. You got that.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
We are all ammo. We are made of ammo right now.
Oh, what a satisfying feeling of overcoming your obstacles.
Turn on that generator right now.
Yeah, I would like to do that. Have you ever turned on a generator?
It's exactly like that almost.
That's what I thought. Okay, got some batteries, got some revolver ammo. I'm feeling really good about ammo.
Yeah. Super good
Ooh,
about ammo.
look at that, thermos.
Oh, great. You can keep our coffee in that.
Man, I love coffee. But you know what I don't like? Room temperature coffee.
Nope.
If it's not piping hot, it's not worth drinking.
Lately, dude.
Ooh, we have a hunting rifle.
Can I tell you something disgusting?
Well, is it about sloths?
No. We've exhausted my knowledge of sloths.
Yeah, I know, but I saw a picture of one earlier today and it gave you the heebie-jeebies.
You were thinking about what I told you
Yeah,
about.
I was
You were
completely
thinking about
what you said.
You were thinking about that entire ecosystem.
Oh my
of the
God, it's
sloth.
so disgusting.
It's really gross. Oh yeah, pick them off with a hunting rifle.
Focus.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here.
Very good,
It was
Alan.
very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
Lara Croft like falls out of it.
That'd be that would be just kind of like really funny. So am I gonna go check out the plane? Yep, we got the yellow arrows. Yellow arrows.
I was gonna say, lately,
Uh-huh.
I'm actually super into like room temperature or cold coffee.
Oh my God, what?
Like I'll just have like a cup of coffee
is-
and
what-
I'll start drinking it hot, but I'll sip it, get some more darkness on that plane. It's on the tail.
Yeah, up yours, darkness.
Yeah. I like
Really?
playing
Why
Alan
would
Wake
you
as
wanna
Mario
have
Sunshine.
Coffee at that temperature.
I don't know. Lately I've just been really into it. I don't get why.
Have you seen it, somebody?
Have I what?
And have you talked to someone about this?
I'm talking to you right now.
Well, I know, but I'm not a good person to tell this to because I'm horrified. I mean, flares. Go flare.
Oh man. I don't like the sound of crumbling anything in this
Really?
game.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a little bit too wide open an area.
Oh boy. Make it through the woods. Remember, you have
Oh!
one flare. You also have the hunting rifle. Gee.
Yes. Stupid face.
I thought that other guy was stupid face.
Yeah, this is like Stupid Face's brother. That's how stupid he
Stupider
is.
face.
Yeah. Ooh. I have no flares and no batteries.
You always have one flashlight. Batteries are extra.
Oh, I'm running the wrong way.
Yep. There's a generator.
Yeah.
That's probably what
all
we
right.
wanted that flare for. That's okay.
Remember, I'm made of ammo.
Yeah, but that guy's...
Yeah, this is a bad thing.
Kill the darkness around him. You've got a little bit of flashlight. There you go.
Oh yeah. You are so not as evil as you were a second ago.
Nice.
That's rich.
Nice. A lot of people want to know what we think about the Doom 4 beta access that you'll get for pre-ordering Wolfenstein.
I was like, well, I guess that means Doom 4 still exists.
I guess.
I mean,
It has to now. There's no backing out now.
Yeah, I know everyone, especially after Rage, wants to be like,
Grab that stuff.
poo on you. But, I think that there were some lessons learned from Rage, and while I'm not saying that Doom 4 is going to be good, and I know nothing of it, I think that, I can see that some learnings might be
Is it?
employed.
What is the feeling? What is the general feeling now about Doom 3? Because I was not super into Doom 3.
I don't think anyone was super into Doom 3.
Like, are there people who are diehard into Doom 3 who really feel like
there's
Doom
always
4
someone
is
who's
gonna...
diehard into something.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
are there
you know.
enough people who are so diehard about it that they're just
Ooh,
like,
service.
yeah, absolutely, 4. Like, is there a big enough community of players out there?
No, but I think like people like you and me,
Mm-hmm.
will have to at least be curious about something that's coming
Sure.
from id. That's such a venerable franchise.
I think it's interesting that
I kind of tried to duck that. Did you not notice?
they do know that Doom is forever a larger draw than Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
I think they know that. And there was something else that did this recently. Was it that you got into the Battlefield
Oh, come on,
4
kids.
beta if you bought something? There was something else. There was something else recently where you got the game that everybody genuinely wanted
Well,
by
the famous
buying the
one was
game.
Crackdown in Halo 3.
Right. There was one more recently though, but yeah, that's the way I'm kind of seeing it. Is it's like, yeah, you probably aren't that into Wolfenstein, but are you into Wolfenstein enough where if we gave you some free Doom, can we interest you? What's it going to take to get you to drive away in a Wolfenstein today?
Well, I mean, or if it really is a beta, like its purpose is to test out how the game functions.
That's not what beta means in this instance.
I guess the implication is that the game's closer to completion than I would have ever guessed.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? It's kind of like the Titanfall beta, right? Like the Titanfall beta wasn't like help us find a ton of bugs in gameplay. It wasn't that beta.
Well, I think
it was a
those
load
who-
balancing
Yeah,
beta.
exactly.
So for them
Which-
to feel like Doom 4 is at the point where you can have a pretty open consumer beta, yeah, I guess they've been working on Doom 4, huh? That's what it was. Medal of Honor had the Battlefield 4 beta. That's the one that I was thinking of. Thank you, Zach. Yeah, get that, Mario. Use your flood. Mario Sunshine is kind of the Alan Wake of Mario games.
Yeah, I think Mario Sunshine is the Mario Sunshine of games. It is its own thing.
Critic69 says, I think people want the classic Doom experience back. Yeah.
Then go play Doom.
Or, you know, I would almost say if you
One
want the
could
classic...
argue that Doom 3 was an attempt to give you the classic Doom experience.
Yeah, or like go play Serious Sam.
Or play Serious Sam, yeah.
But I wonder if that's...
I'm just cleaning the place up, just so you know.
I wonder if that's enough depth of gameplay for people at this point.
There's not enough people. Doom is not a strong enough name anymore that they have to both capture people who remember the old one and find people who are going to be introduced to kind of like, think of it more as a reboot that happens to have the number 4.
Yeah.
That's how I would.
So you have to wonder how they're going to freshen it up and make it work. I will tell
I think
you...
monsters are cool. I
Monsters are
like
super cool.
monsters. So it already has that going for it.
Space Monsters.
Yeah.
I like that. More than that, I think, you know, right now I think the best kind of multiplayer arena style shooter, like arcadey feeling shooter around
Thermos.
is probably when you're playing a smaller map on a Call of Duty level.
Yeah.
That's probably it. If they could make that the smaller arena multiplayer arcade experience, because
That could
those are my favorite Doom and Quake moments, right?
Right.
It's not necessarily
Not a
the
serious
campaign.
Sam moment, you're saying.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the campaign as much as it is the sort of LAN party
See,
aspect. of it.
and that's interesting because you know, Doom, as that wonderful movie, which you can find me in the special edition of in the documentary.
Really?
It's like it's not the easiest conceit to add narrative to.
Is it 5 minutes of you going, why are you doing this?
Oh, it's somebody in PR said, Adam, you have to do this or we're going to look at you poorly. That's how like so many things were done.
There's that 5 minutes of the movie that's in first person. I could
yeah.
watch that on YouTube like 100 times in a row. Oh man.
Oh boy, he
Get him.
went in
You
a
can get
direction
him.
I was not expecting.
Remember, you've got 2 flares too.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah. Come on,
All
get
right.
close.
We're gonna have to call it quits after you get through this section.
Well, I'm gonna kill him because
Kill him.
I need death. But we did it.
Gallant and Zero says it's about time that Doom evolves beyond shoot Cyber Demon. You know, if you can make it arcadey enough, it can still be satisfying. I'm just saying something's gonna have to be tweaked. Whether it's the pacing and amount of enemy, like something's gotta give.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with it. I'm not gonna buy Wolfenstein for it. That's not a thing I'm gonna do. Maybe some people will.
I'll loan you mine.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, there we go. We made it through. We went from a moment that looked like we were having a dire experience here in the Alan Wake to something that
I wonder if people watching, if the bets would have been on you being the one that all of a sudden clicked into Super Alan Wake player mode out of the two of us.
You know,
that was well done, man.
Thank you. I think my mom believed in me.
You think so, but you
No,
can never be
actually,
sure.
Actually, I know.
We do these every, what day is it today? Tuesday?
Tuesday, it's
We do
Tuesday.
this every Tuesday at the 4 o'clock Pacific hippie time. So be sure to follow us on Twitch if you're not doing that, and subscribe on YouTube to youtube.com/Rev3Games. If you're not doing that, go check out that Thief review. I know a lot of you were wondering why we weren't streaming Thief. It's because there's a review, so go look at that.
And also, there's a stream that we did last week of Thief.
There you go.
There you go. So if you want to check out a nice chunk of gameplay, go check that out. And yeah, so that was it. Alan Wake, there's more to come. It'll probably involve people living in the shadows. And we will go slink back into them. Until then.
Spoilers. Shh. But seriously, why would Dracula...